Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Sandbox Game Jam Awards live stream for Saturday, August 21st, 2021. My name is Joseph, the Vision X Matting. Alongside me, through the magic of the internet, the creator, the breaker of worlds, and one of your co-hosts today, Alex Florez. How
Thank
you
you,
doing,
Joseph.
Alex?
I'm doing great. I'm excited.
Me too. I'm super stoked. These are great. These are my favorite live streams to have. Of course, as you all can see, Alex isn't the only host today. We have a special guest with us for today's awards ceremony. Sebastian Borget. How are you doing, Seb?
I'm great. And how can I miss a game jam ceremony? That's the must-attend event for us.
Well, folks, each and every Saturday right here on youtube.com, twitch.tv, Theta, DLive, Facebook, and twitter.com/the Sandbox Game. We teach you the skills you need to know about in the Sandbox Game Maker. But today, we will have a chance to see those skills come together as designers from all over the world created amazing games and experiences for our Summer Festival Game Jam. Each one of the games submitted in this Game Jam features 5 NFTs from the Music Festival NFT drop over on the website at sandbox.game, and we'll be giving the top 5 winners a share of 25,000 sand in prizes, worth well over $15,000 in all. 16 submissions were entered in today's Game Jam, and we're excited to show you the best of the best on today's show. Of course, if you're watching live with us today, you have a special opportunity. During the live stream, feel free to ask us anything from questions about the Game Maker, maybe our asset creation software VoxEdit, or anything else that you want to know about the Sandbox. We'll answer these questions live at the end of the show, and for those questions that we can't answer live, feel free to click on the wonderful social channels in the description below this video, tag us after the show on Discord, Telegram, Twitter, or any of our other great platforms, and we'll get an answer out for you. Those who are watching this later over on youtube.com, you may want to join us each and every Saturday starting at 1800 UTC. Those watching live also have the unique opportunity to win a Wizzy the Blue NFT right here on this stream. More details will come on that later, so stick with us. For now, let's get started with our very special event. Kicking it off, Seb, do you have any special notes for us about today's show?
I have a lot of excitement, of course, after having seen all the submissions. I think it's really very encouraging to see how the community has been using the Game Maker, have been inspired by it, got very creative, and then leveraging some of the NFT made by the artist of the Creator Fund who submitted those NFT for sale as part of a NFT drop collection on our marketplace, and then utilizing them with the Game Maker to create their own stories, their own games, their own adventures. So that, I think, is really showcasing one of the great use case in the Sandbox ecosystem, which is really pushing for the overall creator economy, where artists make assets that get used by game creator. You see them in context, and then players can enjoy them. And we've been playing through all the 16 submission. Then we've been submitting our votes, and we're going to see, I think, today the top 10 or top 5 finalists and announce the winner. So really, really excited to see everything taking shape, taking life. I think that's a great demonstration of the talent in our community.
All right. Well, how about we get started with showing the third place runners up. So in this particular competition, we have 5th, 4th, and 3rd place all together, and then we've got 2nd place and 1st place winners. So we put together a little video showing who our runners up are. We had, 16 submissions?
16 total, yep.
Lots of great games. As always, the game jams are just so exciting to see all the creative talent in our community. But let's kick it off with the 5th, 4th, and 3rd place winners in no particular order. All right. Let's get going with this. First, we have Battle of the Sand. This is by Kodazeni.
I like
Congratulations. Yes, this is just this is music that I had to add because I edited this trailer together. So this is some gameplay from Codizeni's Rhythm game. So we've got kind of like a Guitar Hero, Dance Dance Revolution kind of thing going on. Some really cool level design. We were really impressed with the mood that's set in each level of this, and the way they transition from place to place. So congratulations, Codizeni.
And it's an interesting thing. Remember that if this is your first time watching the Sandbox game live stream, each one of these games is created with the Sandbox Game Maker, which is a no-code tool that you can use right now. If you go over to sandbox.game, you can download it using the Create button there on the left side, totally free. All you have to do is make an account. You'll be able to make games like these. And once again, these prizes that we are awarding you don't necessarily need to own land in order to win them. So just a note there.
And next we have Touche's game, always a favorite here on the streams. Touche Studios with The Hermit and Festival. Quick note on that before we watch the next one. There is actually a speedrun event going on for Touche's game. So if you check out Touche's Twitter account, maybe somebody can share the handle in the chat there. Touche is collecting speedruns of his game for a prize at the end of the month. So go and check out that game on the Game Maker Gallery. And
so there's additional chances to win some sand token through play to earn. You download the Game Maker, you find the game in the gallery, you record in video your best time, you share it over social media, and then you can earn. That's pretty cool.
Yes, we've got Codizeni and Touche in the chat with us here today. And Touche says it's touche.com/speedrunners with an S.
Excellent.
Yes, thank you. We just reposted that in the chat so people can join in. So there are prizes associated with that, and there's also an Easter egg hunt in that whole process going on. So there's a lot of fun stuff in the meta around that game. All right, and now
some of the participants, they were like first comer to your stream, Alex and Joseph, if I'm correct, right? So it's quite exciting to see now, them submitting this quality of game, earning prize in the contest. So that's cool. Congrats.
Yes, yeah. Both Touche and Codizeni have been with us for a long time now, and we always like seeing them here on the stream. We play their games, we give them feedback, they improve their games, and it's a great experience. All right, and now we've got our next runner-up. This is the third runner-up here. Like I said, these are not in any particular order. It's all third place winners here. So the next game, if the video will start, there we go. Now this music did actually come with the video, so they did all this editing themselves.
Wow, look at that face.
This is the Realistic Festival Simulator by Warehouse Phil, who is also in the chat with us. Congratulations, Phil from the Warehouse.
I love the editing on this video, I gotta say.
Whoa, I think I saw
trailer.
You. Did I see you, Alex, in that?
You did see me. I think there was a ghost giving me a shoulder rub or something there. I don't know what was going on. So I haven't had the opportunity to play this game yet. Maybe we'll play this on Wednesday when we do our next gameplay session. Some very funny writing in this one, just from the trailer, and some fun use of assets. And there's, if you were reading the text, there's 10 different endings for that. So great work on that. Exciting
narrative
stuff.
Game. You can replay it and have a different ending every time depending on your action. Like, it's very interactive.
Right. All right. So congratulations, the three of you. You just won 2,500 sand each. And were there any additional prizes inside of that?
Prize. I gotta.
It is a great prize.
that is a great prize. You guys put in a lot of work over the last couple of weeks there, and it's nice to see that get rewarded for you. Great games, though. Consistently high quality products coming out of the community, and we love to see them.
Yeah.
It was a 2 weeks long game jam, so that's indeed a great price for 2 weeks of work. We love to hear more. Like sometimes we'll probably have an interview with some creators. I think Joseph have been hosting some where you can share tips, background story, post-mortem on how you came up with those games.
Oh, Smobbler's telling you to up your game, Joseph. You got to get some applause sound effects.
I don't have an
on your-
applause.
on your
I
board there.
don't have a sound effects for applause. I have a lot of music stuff over here, but no applause sound effects. I'll work on that. That's a good point.
Good idea.
All right.
It's
Are we-
real.
Are we ready for our second place 7,500 sand winner? I think we are.
I think we're
This
ready.
video actually comes a special delivery to us from Kimsen, who did a 2-minute and 4-second speed run of this game. We're just going to watch the whole speed run, and we'll talk about this game a little bit. So this game, congratulations to the voxel-based team. You are the second place winners with Fun Police. And we had a lot of fun with this game. We played this on stream. I was all about 100%ing the whole game, and this kept me busy for at least an hour because I had to figure out everything that was going on. There was a lot to explore. You play as this giant hulking police officer who has to stop all the fun going on at this beach, and it's kind of hard to tell all the jokes that are in this from the speed run because it's going by so fast. But this was another speed run event that was set up with a prize. I don't remember what the prize was. Maybe is Voxel Blaze or Kimsen's in the chat here, so Kimsen might be able to tell us what the prize was. So Voxel Blaze set up this event and actually got Seb's attention, and Seb decided to up the ante on that event and gave official Sandbox support. Seb, do you remember what the full price was? Not animated says it was 5K sand for the speed run. So congratulations, Kimsen, on your 5,000 sand prize for a 2-minute and 4-second speed run. I feel like if we had a little bit more time, you might be able to shave those last 5 seconds off and get it under 2 minutes. But when I tried to do a speed run, I think I was almost 4 minutes. So and that was
what's interesting about that is if you guys watched with us live on Wednesday when we played through this game with Alex here, the exploration of the game the first time, like that was a full 45 minutes that we were in this game, at least maybe an hour itself. And just like all the little Easter eggs, all the fun story pieces that are in this game, and then you see it transformed into this speedrun challenge where all of the the skill-based portion of the game can really separate itself. I was seeing times come in at 3 minutes, and then it was sub 3 minutes, and everybody was excited to really just shave it down and get better and better and better. And when you watch it on this trailer, you can see, like, I remember specifically, Alex had no idea that this red gas can that just went by.
I ran by it. He's carrying it right now. It's the helicopter. And I ran by that, I don't know, at least 20 times until I discovered we can give a little hint that in the when you first start the game, actually I'm going to rewind to your first view of the game. So you start out in the police station, and you can't see it right now. It's to the right on this wall where it says summer on this poster to the right. There's a poster board there that's actually a ton of hints, and I didn't find that until I'd been playing the game for about half an hour. And then I saw that it's one of those like detective boards with all the strings attached to the things. Is a great asset, very creatively done, and it's hints for all the quests. And I was like, that's been there the whole time,
right? And not only that, but each one of your quests are inside, like directly on the opposite side of where this camera angle is. You see here, there is a board that is essentially like tasks for the police to complete, right? And they cross them out every time you complete a mission. And so it's those little details that really made this game stand out for us. And it's interesting that the team at Blaze Games could get into that top 3 competition kind of in the same way. It's obviously a different timeline than the last Game Jam, but they won the last Game Jam. They get second in this one. It'll be interesting to see who gets first here.
I'm really excited for the future of Voxel Blaze Games, because they really showed how quickly they could put together something amazing with this game after having, what was it, almost 3 months to do the last game jam. And they did something amazing then, but how flexible they were to do a quick run like this and make such a involved game. I mean, there's a lot going on in this game. So great job.
Absolutely. Like, I'm very, very impressed. And maybe a quick note about that one. Like, this is one of the best example we've seen so far in the community of having, on one side, like a very talented team that created this game with, as we saw here, a lot of attention to many details, and then demonstrating, because it's really, and all the credit goes to them. Like, they did the video and they came up with this idea of let's make a speedrun tournament of it and organize it, even if there's no specific tools here on the platform and so on. They came up very organically with that idea, and that's how I say, all right, let's give them maximum boost to attract more players, which in turn made that many members of the community as well played it, shared a video of them playing it. And so if you watch those videos, you also learn progressively the tips and tricks about the level, and that's how you improve your skills to get to that best score. And I think it's really core to the idea of play to earn here. Like, people spend time to try to achieve that goal, and effectively they were able to claim a prize, turning that revenue, that time they spend, into a real revenue stream. And that's really fantastic. So we definitely are we hope that there will be even more opportunities, such as the Unfun Run by Blaze Games, that come from our community, and we encourage both creators and players to see what we have already on Sandbox platform, which I think is already quite outstanding, and will continue to update with more updates and features in our tools to make even more awesome stuff.
All right. Well, we are ready to show the first place winner of the game jam.
Aha.
I'm actually letting everything load in here.
We need a music, like a drum roll, like. Yeah.
All right. And we have Save the Day by MetaWorlds. So congratulations, MetaWorlds. Oh, we lost Joseph's audio. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Something
wow, look
happened.
at that. That's real punk style.
Nope,
Neon
yes.
punk. I love that.
Is it a real punk, without a glowing mohawk?
That's
it
true.
counts for me. Neon punk works.
So we've got some great interior design. Look at these beautiful windows. Just
Those
everything
are
in
very
this game,
nice.
it looks really nice. I mean, this is a really nicely designed area, but we should go talk to this robot first. So congratulations. We're going to play through this game now. Seb is welcome to hang around as long as he wants and talk to us about stuff. But I think Seb also has some announcements before we get too involved in this game about things that are coming up in the near future that should be on your radar if you are at all interested in joining our game jams. Seb?
Absolutely. Thanks, Alex. Well, we hope that all participants, all the 16 participants, enjoy this game jam. For us, it was the first time that we launched a shorter game jam connected to a collection of NFT made by artists from the Creator Fund. And so far, we've been really amazed by the results. So we think we're going to continue in this direction. So you saw the mystical festival drop on the marketplace, which we announced, I think, on Friday. Some of those NFT already sold out. They are really outstanding. They were made by a collective of 18 artists. Definitely, it makes sense to organize a game jam that will leverage those assets and see like the creativity from the builders, the architect now to build games, build stories, build narrative adventures, and more with them. So that one, we'll continue as well with more ideas. If you have ideas, by the way, feel free to suggest them either via Discord or on our streams. And then the next big game jam will be a global game jam, I think, and a month long. And we already decided the theme for this one will be around architecture. We are preparing the announcement, all the little details to give you a little bit more context, but we're really eager to see what creators are going to make on the topic of architecture in the metaverse. That's it. And I don't know if you saw our latest announcement as well. We have a major land sale coming up starting next week for 4 weeks of Fear with The Walking Dead. It's going to be a great event as well. I'm sure you'll hear more about it if you follow us on social media or during those streams.
Ooh, apparently I broke it already. We're going to reload the game real quick.
Watch.
Uh-oh.
I think it's because I hadn't loaded in the assets before. It bugged out, probably on the engine side. So we're just going to reload the game real quick because I couldn't escape the room.
So this
All right,
happened.
so-
This is live. We got bugs. This is a beta version of software, but it keeps improving on stability in performance. Next Game Maker version has huge performance improvement, by the way. And if you're part of the very close community, you will have access next week to a presentation of what's coming next in the Game Maker as well. So stay tuned.
It's also usually just my fault. I tend to be very good at breaking these things.
You know, we talked about that right at the top of the show. That was one of the taglines I used for you this week, Alex, was the breaker of worlds again, I believe.
Yes, that is me.
I do like to do that on our Wednesday shows, especially. So if you guys are creating games, if you're creating experiences like what you see on the screen here with the Sandbox Game Maker, feel free to tag us anytime over on Twitter, or you can message us here on these live streams and say, hey, can you play my game? And we'll play it for you on a Wednesday. We have some former Game Jam winners who've done just that, who have now become prominent members of the community, such as Touche, Andy Ritchie, Cody Zene, also doing the same. So we have a lot of people who've come in and they've said, hey, you know, I've made this and it's small and it's incomplete. What do you think, right? And we'll give feedback on that and try to help you get a really high quality product that'll be ready for when the metaverse goes live.
Yes, and one additional
All right, so
news.
our first quest here is to meet with Violet. Hey, what took you so long?
One additional news, the bootcamp for creators, which was a great success that we run in July, is coming back. We'll have in September 2 more sessions, so we'll announce as well like how to register for it.
Nice. Do you know off the top of your head, and I apologize because this is hard to pull that information. You got a lot going on, Seb, but is there any information on about how many people will be able to participate in each of those 2 events? Or will it be similarly sized to before?
I think the intention is to make it similarly sized.
Okay.
Each bootcamp is really a very almost like private tutoring session. So we want to have like not a too large group so we can follow during each. So usually it's like a week long, full 4 hours each day, where you get like that dedicated tutoring and you actually work on making a game. So if we were to accept too many into each session, then the quality would be lowered. But the goal is like we're adding more, and it's confirmed for next 12 months, already booked 2 sessions a month. So that should accelerate and grow our ecosystem, I hope.
Very good.
And yes, I see Alex showing that price as well. So the participant gets an NFT that is a proof of them attending the bootcamp, and then can put it in their land as well as sort of like a totem, I think.
Yeah, we actually spotted that in the trailer for our one of our runners-up, which was the Realistic Festival Simulator by Warehouse Phil. I actually saw that asset hiding out in that trailer.
The double congrats then, because it means like you went through that bootcamp training program, you made a game, and that game became a finalist on today's game jam. So, well, I'm
It's an
even
excellent
more
success
impressed.
story.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
right,
so we
so
might be doing some more trophies like this. So definitely something to
Consider. Yep.
get excited about.
And on that note, I will be leaving you to Alex and Joseph. Have fun playing the game. Thank you, everyone, again for participating, and stay tuned for more news.
all right, thank you, Seb.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you, everyone. Bye bye.
All
All
right,
right.
Alex. So for the rest of the show, as we go, first, we will be giving away a Wizzy the Blue NFT shortly. But in the meantime, while Alex is playing through this first place winner, we will also be answering those AMA questions that have come through in the chat. So if you have questions about the Sandbox, about the Game Maker, Vox Edit, or anything else in the metaverse, feel free to ask, and we will get those answered for you. I'm going to go back through our chat. We have 17 pages of interaction today, so it may take just a little bit, but I'm going to get some of those questions answered for you.
All right. So we need to go pick up some plutonium batteries for our MP6 player.
MP6, nice.
We need to
Super
talk to the
compression.
store bot. Oh, I see. There's a lot of signage going on. I don't see a robot yet, but I do see a quest marker. So we're gonna follow that. I just really want to like dive into all this architecture and like not go right with the quest stuff because these blocks are beautiful. I don't know if they look like they're actual blocks. I don't know if they're blocks or if they're assets, but they're
I think
beautiful texturing
I think
on
that
all
they
this stuff.
are assets, Alex. But
That makes sense because everything matches so nicely. But.
Yeah, like they were very high detail. I remember those being submitted at the time, and it was just super. I remember seeing them come in and just going like, "Wow, these mesh really well together. This is gonna be a crazy level."
Yeah,
but
beautiful grunge texturing in this stuff. This is my aesthetic here. So.
Yeah. So we got a question for the chat from the chat that came in about 25 minutes ago that says, when was the first time you used the Game Maker? My first time was 2009, and I imagine that would be in the old Sandbox Evolution mobile game.
That might even be before Evolution. Might be the original.
Yeah, that's true. The original.
Sandbox.
That's true. 2009 would have
way
to be
back.
The original. Yeah. So a veteran in the chat. It'd be interesting to see what you could make NBA Top Shot using the 3D tools now in the modern The Sandbox Game Maker.
We want plutonium. I don't know that we have any tokens though. 5 tokens, please. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we have money. That's nice. To start
Money's a
money.
pretty good token, you know.
All right.
The Sandbox says that it was lots of fun watching voxel-based speedrun. They put speedrun in quotes of their the game that was submitted there in one, I think, second, playing their own game. Okay, Superfast H says, I had a question about Sandbox Land on OpenSea. Why can I only list bundles of 9? If I have a 6x6, then this splits into 4 parts, of which 2 may be worth more than the other 2, so this creates price disparity. Well, Superfast, unfortunately, we don't have direct control over what the OpenSea.io does. That said, you can list bundles that are larger. I believe it's up to 18, unless they made a recent change. I have seen bundles sell with 18 pieces to them. And typically a user will say, bundle 1 of 2. And then the party will look for the larger piece of your bundle. But another thing that you can do is you can go onto our Discord and you can go to the land sales section and you can look to specifically find somebody who wants to buy a 36-piece bundle, and then you can set it on OpenSea.io so that they are the only user that could possibly buy it. So you could set your price, make an agreement, set who can buy it, and then say, okay, user, it's available for purchase, and then have them go buy it, and they can go buy it all together. Rather than just openly listing it and having somebody part out your lands and maybe you get a lesser value, whatever you wanted to do, you can just set it up ahead of time that way. So hopefully that helps you. Let's see here.
I wanted to thoroughly explore this area before leaving it, because I think we're going to hop onto the bikes and go elsewhere from here. Okay. So this is nicely closed down to prevent me exploiting to get out of it. So there's some good job on the level design. One thing that they did, it feels like they decreased the jump and speed that we have available, which means that we move a little bit slower. We're actually going at a walking pace by default, which is a little bit slower than normal, but it's totally fine. It gives us time to kind of absorb this very detailed world that's been put together, and it also makes it harder for me to jump out into areas that I'm not supposed to get to.
Yeah.
And then the level design here is put together in a way that feels very open. I can see little gaps to like the wider world, without actually letting me get too far astray. So it's actually a pretty small area that I'm exploring here, but it still feels like there's a lot going on. Because it's so small, it's able to be very detailed without it being overwhelming, both to the player and the designer. And yeah, it feels very engrossing already, just to be absorbed into this environment, and feel like there's more going on in this world, without letting me go crazy on all of it. So let's move on to the next area. We're taking Violet on our little speeder bikes over here.
So over on YouTube.com, Savon I asks, how can I get into the boot camp program? So the boot camp program is run through Inside Participate. And so you'll just want to look that up. Essentially look that up on Google. You'll be able to find Inside Participate, the Sandbox Boot Camp. And as soon as that opens, you may, if you look that up right now, only find an old form. But they'll put out a application form that you could have access to. In the last application form, I believe 10, maybe 20 users were approved for the program because that's as big a class size as they could run. 1,000 people had applied. So you'll want to be kind of early to that application when it does come available, because it is it's not a first come first serve, but it's kind of like that, right? Like your best chance usually when you're dealing with a large pool of people is to get in the early part of the pool if you want to be approved. Thanks, Lucas. I appreciate you. Let's see.
Lucas, is there an off switch for the Mohawk in case you want to be all sneaky? So all we can really do is shove the camera into the walls, which turns off the emission because it starts making us transparent, so we can see through our character. Or we could if the Mohawk was a helmet, we could take it off, but we can't because it's just what we have. So no, if you're gonna do a glowing Mohawk, you got to commit. That's really what it comes down to. If you're gonna shave the sides of your head and have a Mohawk and then dye it, phosphorescent yellow,
there we go,
then you're all in. There's no going back.
All right. Savin asks, is there a search bar to find games on the Game Maker? The answer to that is not yet, but there will be in the future. We'll see. What is that? There was a discussion with regards to that recently, but regardless, we'll get there. We'll get there in time. At this time, we want to make sure that we get core features of gameplay mechanics in first. And for the most part, you'll find that the gallery, once the metaverse goes live, the gallery will be used, but usually used internally by dev teams only and not usually by players.
So I want to say how cool it is, how different this environment is from oh no, did I just get myself trapped? Really, Alex? Oh my god. I'm the worst. So I might be able to make it out of here. Let's see. Yeah. Hey, look at almost. That was close. I think I can get out of here. We got this. There we go, I'm out. Okay. So, Joseph's probably over there shaking his head at me. So I want to compliment how different this second stage is. Even though we can't change ambience in the game, the stark contrast of all these greens and bright oranges from the more brown and gray tones of the last level is really brought out by the sunlight here. And if you were to show me the first level side by side with the second level here, I might not know that it's actually the same ambient lighting for the game because of how good the difference is in palette selection. So a very kind of unified color selection is going on here that makes it really different from the first part. So I mean it's just great artistic design here. The size of the plot, I can't tell from here. I didn't look at it when we started the game. I'm not sure if it said. I think most people were doing 1x1s, especially since it was only a 2-week game jam.
Yeah.
Or 3-week? 2-week? 3-week?
Interesting.
Something
Yeah.
like
Can you even get high enough to really have a good look at that? It looks like it's
I'm
probably
trying.
2x2 based on the fact that the fog is starting to affect the outer edges, but it could be. Well, no, it looks smaller.
I think it might be a 1x1.
Yeah.
So we've got the full length here from that corner to that corner. So this would definitely be a 1x1.
Yeah, for sure.
But the great thing is like down here in the canyon, like you can't even tell.
No,
This
absolutely.
is just an engrossing world. It doesn't matter what size it is.
Yeah. And not only that, but when you are in that, like when you're working with the full vertical space, I was playing in, and I think I mentioned this on Wednesday, but I was playing in one of our experiences. It's in the metaverse, one of the social hubs, and it uses the full 128 meters vertically to such a point that you don't really think. In fact, it feels huge. It doesn't feel like tight on the sides. There's a lot of little hidden things all throughout, and it goes very vertical. And a game like this could be very much the same, depending on how you use the vertical mechanics. You could make completely different experiences on different layers, like a cake. What cake?
All right, so we're arguing with a parrot here.
That's a very intelligent parrot. That's not parroting. Yeah. That is whole coherent sentences right there.
All right, so there's a cave here.
All right. The
near
Sandbox
the lake.
Asks any timeline on when we'll be able to build larger than 4x4. Right now, I don't think that's a huge priority, only because, and again, this is just me kind of guessing. First off, we've been talking about features that we wanted to add, change, improve, optimization for quite a while. Also, it's important to remember that in the target, we want to be able to hit playing these games on mobile. So I would imagine that in its current state, this could probably play pretty well on like a Galaxy S20, S2021, right? Something like that. Maybe the newest iPhone could play it if it was built for those. But when you get those 4x4 experiences, if there's not really good depth of field sort of loading optimization
LOD.
processes, thank you, level of detail, I appreciate you, Alex, then they, that wouldn't work very well on mobile, and you'd end up holding something that is very hot after a short amount of time. So you'll want to, as a developer, be able to leverage the multi-billion-dollar market, I think there's multiple billions of mobile users that have respectable phones at this stage.
For sure.
right?
Yeah,
And so if you can
definitely.
leverage that market, that would be even better than leveraging the PC market that we're currently working with. And, you know, we've already seen we've got like 300,000 users registered for the website or thereabouts at this point. So there's a lot of people with expressed interest. And then when we get that game client out there that says, hey, it's free and you can earn money while you play, right? People are probably going to go nuts for this.
Very good decision here. So it's definitely a choice that is not going to be for everybody, because you know usually you can't walk through trees in games, but a limitation of our current setup is that any sort of collision will push the camera next to the player. And so when we've got something like these palm trees that you're walking under, the camera starts smacking you in the back of the head while you're walking,
Sure.
and it can be a little frustrating. So like that. So you know it happens just in that one spot there, but all these other trees, you get to kind of get the full like feeling of walking through a forest experience without you know giving yourself a migraine. So
Yeah.
good decision there.
And another thing to note about that as well is if you wanted to make it so that you don't collide with those trees, you could take a very short object that wouldn't do that effect to the camera and put it in the stump or the trunk of the tree. And so then when you walk, you would theoretically, you could jump over it and jump through the tree, but most people won't do that if they run into it. So it could give you some of that physics effect back.
Yeah, absolutely. Would not be hard to achieve there. It's just such a lush environment. It's very, very beautifully put together. Oh, we got a musical singing cave over there. I'm enjoying the walk. Like I could skip ahead past this stuff, but I'm enjoying the exploring going on here. Really nice bridge asset. This is actually, it looks like it's put together from a single piece, repeated over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something to think about when you're designing assets, is that you don't have to make a whole bridge like this. You can make a piece of a bridge and then let people adjust that in their level design to the way that they want. And then you're not forced to use a suspension bridge that's an exact size.
Sure.
Got some notes here. After such a long exploration, I finally found the first of the 2 talismans that will allow me to pass through the cave. It was here in these ruins all the time. Now I just need to find the second one. Can't find the second one, been searching for too long. One of the birds stole my talisman. All right, so it sounds like we're gonna have to catch a bird.
That parrot. What a
you know, I have a feeling.
If it really is, that'll be good. That'll be real good for me. So the question comes in from YouTube. House of Coins says, Alex, as a developer yourself, do you see game designs that wow you? And what are some examples, if so?
What you mean in the sandbox or in you know, the wider world of games? As far as game design in the sandbox, I mean, you just have to look at the game jams. Most of the game jam titles have impressed me in one way or another. I mean, like I've been talking about this game while I've been playing it, and all the cool decisions that have been made to make this a fun experience and visually impressive. Ooh. Saw that. No, come back. And I fell.
Thief. You know.
How do I get back up there? I think I have to go back through the cave. I don't really want to. Oh no, it's only 1 block. I thought it was 2 blocks tall of water. We can go through here, I think. Nope, there's nothing in here. As far as House of Coin did specify sandbox. So yeah, games like this, all the stuff that Cyber Dragon has done with the Gray series, that really, I think, upped the ante for everybody else. From the first game jam on, Cyber Dragon was pushing the limits with what was possible in the Game Maker. Unfortunately, some of those experiences don't work well right now or don't work at all because of the removal of the
Yeah, the presets.
Preset system.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully we get that back, and those games can be updated so people can play them again, because it was a cool bit of narrative thread that was running through all of them. You didn't really have to play them all in order, but it enhanced the experience to do it. Presets when, yeah, it's not
Is this a secret? Oh,
no, I just fell into the waterfall.
Sorry, I saw a waterfall. I got excited. That's my bad. That's old school gamer stuff, Banjo Kazooie business.
Somebody shared something on Twitter the other day that made me crack up. It was when you put something behind the waterfall, and when did she move here? I didn't notice her there. When you put something behind the waterfall, and the players go like, "Ugh, such a cliche. There's something behind the waterfall," and then when you don't put something behind the waterfall, and it was a picture of a wet cat looking really sad, just like,
yeah, like, come on, where's my stuff behind the water? I need my cliche.
Right.
All right, folks,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just leave a little note here that there's a link in the chat right now if you are interested in winning a Wizzy the Blue NFT right here on this stream. Click that link, fill that form out. You know you want it. It's a good time. It's a good asset to have in your games. It's running out fast. There's, what is there, like 50-ish now?
Yeah, about 50. Yeah, I think I'm holding 60, but I want to reserve a few for making games with them.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
It's
the guy who
Wizzy's
created
part
him wants
of
to reserve some. I can't believe.
Well, Wizzy has a whole narrative thread running with him. So if you've seen some of the other stuff that I've put up for sale on the marketplace, actually all of the items that I've put up for sale, except for like the spinning coins and the chow cart. Those are just like, anybody can use those in any situation they want. But the windmill and the peacock idol and all the pirate stuff, those all connect to narrative threads with Wizzy the Blue that I hope to share soon. And you're not getting any more than that. How do I grab the key? I'm trying to snag it. Do I have to attack him?
I want to leave a note. No promises or anything on this one, okay? But we are at 5:30 a.m. my local time this Tuesday.
Oof.
When I'm on vacation. I'm still going to attend. By the way, Alex,
this is how much Joseph loves you.
I am going to be there for a presentation for the 0.7 update of all of our suite of tools.
Yeah.
So,
hey, I got it.
Okay, let's see here. House of Coins says, "Hey Joe, this one's for you. What are some of your favorite assets that stand out to you and are available for purchase?" That's interesting that you note are available for purchase. I'm going to have to go specifically look at what is in the market now. As I am looking, I do want to note that I was very interested in this suite of arts that Holly Voxels recreated. One of which I happen to have in my home, framed, and it was a Van Gogh. And I saw it there, and it was sold out before I got to it because it sold so fast. But let's have a look inside the marketplace and see what's for sale, what's the most interesting to me. I tend to be drawn to things that are more high fidelity than they ought to be in our style. Things where people will go over the top on shading, where they'll go over the top on maybe the animation of an asset. And let me look. Like, okay, right away, one that appeals to me just because it's cute and different. The Boombox Cat. Okay.
Yes.
Boombox Cat.
Everybody loves the Boombox Cat.
Vibing. Okay. This is.
You can share the link in the chat.
I will do that. I will share one of the. That's. I do love this little guy. He's cute as heck. And this is listed at 2100 sand. But it does a little vibing, does a little swagger if you wanted to walk around a little bit. And it's chilling. Chilling is hilarious, by the way, because it's like the boombox is really rocking, and it's like, I don't care. I'm a cat, right? I'm sleeping on this thing. That's what cats do. So it's very in kind with what a cat might be doing. Let's see if I could find any others that are particularly in the marketplace right now that stood out to me when they were released. Then we'll get on to some other questions. After I finish answering this, I'll be closing this forum, so it'll be just a second. There's just a second longer. I really like this Liberty asset as well. This is kind of in kind with the idea of painting or a unique asset here, and so I'll paste this one in the chat as well. This one, I love this one. In terms of what's still there, I'm kind of surprised that it's still there. It was created by @the Lost Boy. But 2 out of 5
2
left for sale. This asset is super cool looking. Again, it's just aesthetic for me mostly. Obviously, this isn't one that's going to be like fully animated or doing a bunch of stuff. This is an art piece, but it truly feels like an art piece. Like they're doing things that kind of break the convention, and that I really enjoy when I see those things. You know, Medium Alien Fern kind of does the same thing, where it breaks the convention of what is a fern, you know? So excited about that. There's a whole bunch of vampire bats in here, Alex. I'm seeing the vampire bat. I have some fruit bats that I put that you'd sent to me a very long time ago.
Oh yeah. I still I get a little trickle of sand when people snag those vampire bats. There's a bunch of them. I tried to make them kind of, you know, affordable and let people spice up their horror experiences. We saw a bunch of them in what was the game called?
Not sure.
The Hermit and the Festival by Touche.
I want to answer this question here really quickly. Ariu TV asks, hi, will it be possible to rig a T-posed voxel character? Or do we have to configure the characters in VoxEdit always? So in terms of importing it into the game maker, you will need to have animated it inside of VoxEdit. However, you can use VoxEdit to create the body parts if you'd like to export those files into another software to, you know, to T-pose those. So VoxEdit isn't just made to work for the Sandbox game maker. However, it is directly integrated with our marketplace, and the game maker pulls all assets from the marketplace. So that's just important, that you'll want to use the VoxEdit software as a pipeline if you want to put them inside of your game maker games. Link for the bats? Yeah, sure. Give me just 1 sec. I'll get that to you. That's on page number 6. Vampire bat. It's a great price. It's just, what is it? It's just $35 for this asset that's fully animated, ready to ride. Look at it. It's got like 10 animations in here, Alex. It's crazy.
Now, hopefully I'm not jumping the gun on this. Because
Dun, dun, dun.
because I have an admin account, sometimes I can see things that other people can't see yet.
Mm-hmm.
But does anybody else see this shopping cart button in the marketplace?
Yeah, that's a good question, because I also have an admin account.
Yeah. So okay, Touche says yeah. So we're gonna give you a quick little rundown on what this is. So if you we're gonna grab some low priced items here because I spent all my sand on assets.
I can't believe
I've only got 153 sand because I've bought so many things. But we're gonna pick up let's see, a Charlie and a Black Widow and Firewolf and Stegosaurus and Turtle Duck. All right, I think I already have some of these other ones. All right, so now you'll see there's a shopping cart in the upper right hand corner. What's up?
I apologize. I don't mean to interrupt. But I was rolling on my RNG random number generator on google.com.
Okay.
In order to get the top 150. And I rolled a very nice number. And I'm a child. My friend. I rolled nice. Very nice. I'm sorry.
Nice.
You guys know what that nice number is.
So who is Who is a funny number.
Over on youtube.com, Cedric Dariz is our winner today.
Congratulations. All right. You'll be getting that Wizzy the Blue in probably today if the gas is nice. If the gas is like really bad, it might be a couple days. So anyway, when you hit that shopping cart, they now all land here in the shopping cart, and you can see the total quantity available. It books it. So if you have it in the shopping cart, I don't think somebody else can swipe it out from under you. I'm not sure how effective that is at the moment, but it's a possibility. And you can see the total quantities, and you can increase them up to 10, I believe. Ooh, you can go more now. Nice.
Nice.
I'm not sure if I hit buy now here, does it still only go up to 10? Ooh, okay, that's a bug. We need to fix that. So quickly you can grab more than 10 at a time on a single gas fee if you want to be sneaky about it. But we'll probably be locking that down soon. Elbow cough. So you do have to pay separate gas fees for each of these because the way our contract is set up, this doesn't bundle as one thing to buy. It's separate transactions because it's coming from the wallet of the seller. So this is coming straight from Nexonic, straight from Alina, straight from Toby, and I know that's Vlad and Mio.
Sure.
So if I hit buy now, so it's only 36 sand for all 5 of these items. If I hit buy now, it's actually going to be more in gas probably for all of them at this point. Whoop. I know my MetaMask password.
Nonetheless, we can see the infrastructure coming together. Everything's working its way down the pipeline here. I'm sure as we get more integrated with the Polygon network, if we go that way for our marketplace, then some of those
MetaMask updated too. This is MetaMask changed the way this all works.
Yeah.
So the $22 in gas. So I'm not gonna do these all right now, but you see it says 5 transactions there. So it would actually go through each one of those. I'm actually low on gas also from all these helping everybody set up their sales on the marketplace. But
TK Hill, I got an Etherscan link for you. This was definitely sent to the address that you sent to us on 6/30/21.
All right. Back to the game. That was just a little detour there. All right. Okay, so if we can't find the organizer, we need to speak to Joe, the other security guard. Hey, we got a fellow punk here. Let's see. Ooh. Crepes. Crepes? How do you say it? Crepes or crepes? Crepes. You're in error. The sandbox is perfection. SPQR, isn't that the ancient Roman motto or something? I don't remember what it means. E pluribus unum.
It may be, TK, that you're not on the same wallet that you had requested it for previously, but you should be able to see the wallet there inside the Etherscan link that I sent to you.
This is a giant fork hammock. Great.
It makes me feel like you're a little ant person. Are you tiny?
I don't think so. I think they're just really big forks.
That's crazy. You remember this, Alex? You're an old vet here. Did your grandmother, by any chance, have like a giant wooden cutlery that was hung on the wall for no reason? Are you familiar with this?
I don't I don't know if any of my relatives had it, but I know that I've seen it at places before. Just a giant wooden spoon and a giant wooden fork. Just because you got to have your idol to food, I guess.
Yeah, it was weird.
Oh,
it was weird to me. It was like as like a 5-year-old child, I would always imagine like just having like that spoonful of like Jello or something. You know what I mean? Just this massive
the entire
spoon, like,
bowl of Jello on the spoon.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy.
So Lucas says SPQR it translates to the Senate and the Roman people. Okay, I thought it had something to do with the motto, but it's been a while since I've studied that stuff. All right, we're meeting Joe here, who's got some tattoos, and we're trying to find Arthur, the festival organizer. I wonder if that's a reference to
Joe
our
looks
Arthur.
like me in like 3 years. You know what I mean? Look at that
Just
bald head. No,
jacked.
Made a joke about
you
that.
know, you're 7 feet tall.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah, let's forget about the fact that I gained a foot in height, got a bunch of tattoos, and got really ripped.
This is the 3 meter tall large human template. So
yeah. Lucas says my grandparents had the giant wooden cutlery, and for the longest time I was always curious / terrified about who used those things. Hey, yeah, I'm with you. I was, imagine needing like that fork, and then like what knife would you need to match to like cut a steak?
That's not a knife. That's a machete.
That's
very large.
You've reminded me now of can't remember his name. Crocodile Dundee. I did remember his name. That's not a knife. This is a knife.
It is just like a 4 foot long wooden knife.
Yeah.
Thunk. Oh man.
Paul Hogan. Yes. Oh yeah.
Oop, did we just teleport? Oh, that the the NPC pushed us away from the conversation. All right.
Where's my direct messages? I want to make sure.
Sand82. All right, we got to remember that Sand82 is our password. The main stage.
TK, do you remember where you sent that direct message to with your ETH address? Because I think that's a time when that may have happened, like if it had an issue or something like that. But I could have sworn. I could probably dig it up through my... Possibly. No, I think that might be too old to dig it up through my search history on Google or something. Not search history, but you know what I mean, my cookies. I do a lot of web browsing. And as part of my tutorials for you guys, each and every time we do a land sale, I clear my cookies and my temporary data. It was the link you sent out.
Nice. We've got some Gemini supercomputers here doing our audio processing.
Ooh, yes.
That's a fun one. I don't remember who.
It's like,
whoa.
Oh man, because it does work great as an asset for that.
Oh yeah, this is. I'm trying to remember who made this one. I think it was Karina. We've got a bunch of staff artists, and sometimes I don't remember who made what. I think this was by Karina, and this was done for the Winklevoss twins company Gemini when we did a land sale. So there were some like space assets, some fun stuff, and we had some pretty cool creative like motion graphic stuff going on here, and I can't escape. It just kills me if I try to get away. So we have to start playing. Oh, Pepin, you gotta stick around for the whole thing, because we always give it away at a different time. All right, use the WASD keys to move your character around. Only one press is required on each direction. Get the moves right to groove your crowd. Every key press collects an arrow if you time it right. So we've got a rhythm game built into this as well. If we say not yet, it's not going to do us any good. So we're gonna start.
Okay.
Start DJing.
I see this. So TK, that particular address, which, okay, but it's the same wallet address as your other one, and I had to put a special note on it because it highlighted it as a problem.
I missed that one.
Are you sure that's not your wallet?
Did we send it to the wrong person?
No.
Well,
This is different. So the land allocation hasn't been done yet for the winners. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes there's a delay on that. Seb sends those out, and he was on vacation for a little while, so
yeah,
he should be getting back to
that's
that.
Not the Wizzy, but the land itself. Yeah. So that'll come. It's just going to get given out at the same time as we had, what was that, 65 different lands that need to be distributed, and it's got to go through Seb, and he's super busy doing a bunch of different stuff. So it will get out there, but it will take some time.
So this is a nicely set up system.
Yeah, that is kind of cool. I wish there was a way,
we're just
obviously,
missing the music.
to make the audio parts of death go away. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
That way it could be a little bit more immersive on that. Like, yeah, you hit the thing. And...
It's the drum beats for the music.
This is the rhythm game, you know?
I get the purple one. I missed the purple one.
I'm gonna get real what was that? Man, I'm such an old person, you know what I mean? There's so many times where like I can see a cultural reference in my mind, I can see it, and I can't think of the name.
What are you seeing?
So I'm seeing there were two guys. One of them I think was Will Ferrell, and they're next to each other, and they're both doing this, and their hair's falling out.
Planet the Roxbury.
Thank you. You got it. Gosh, genius. Alex is a genius, ladies and gentlemen.
I have a somewhat decent memory for cultural references.
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss the very last one?
Victory.
Did I get it?
Victory.
Or did I win?
It says victory. You did 22 out of 24.
Did I win because I got the last one?
I don't know. You died 121 times though,
no.
Alex. I don't know. You got to get good. You know?
I got 89 out of 90 on level 9.
Can't believe. He could have died 122 times, ladies and gentlemen, but he failed. He failed at dying. You're bad at dying, Alex.
Well, I don't think you have to die to get the arrows.
No, I'm just having to, just messing with it. Because every time you touched an arrow, you would respawn in the center.
Yeah. Well, not quite. So I could pick them up without dying. But if I got too far off center, it would set me back, which I think is why I was too slow to get the last one.
Yeah.
I missed the last one. I can't believe it. So game over, still won. The crowd is grooving. We had fun. This was a lot of fun. I would love to see even more like side quests, because this is a huge area, and it would be cool to have like more things going on with the people. But as far as the core game, everything was great. Really loved this. Had a lot of fun. All the times I thought I broke it, I didn't, except for that first time with the elevator not going down. But I think that was totally because the assets had to load in for the first time launching it, and so I just had to restart it to kind of like get everything back to where it was supposed to be.
Sure.
but yeah, every time I fell into someplace and was like, oh no, I'm stuck, I was able to actually get out. So this was great. So congratulations to first place winner of the Summer Festival Music Festival Game Jam Meta Worlds for their game Save the Day. You can go to page 22 of the Game Maker Gallery right now to check this out, as well as the Fun Police Twitter is also on page 22, I believe, by Blaze Games, which was the second place winner. And then we also had the Hermit and the Festival, Realistic Festival Simulator, and Battle of the Sand as our runners-up. Congratulations to all of you. You did such great work in such a short amount of time. I'm blown away by how much is involved in these games in just the 2-week span you had to put these together. And also, with just a reminder, Hermit and the Festival by Touche Studios is doing a speedrun competition. So go to touche.com/speedrunners with an S at the end, I believe, to see how you can enter that speedrun and get some cool prizes, and also figure out the Easter eggs that are involved, because Touche is doing some fun stuff with the Easter eggs. So, all right. I think we're about done, Joseph.
I think so too, Alex. It's been a great time, everyone. I appreciate you joining us here today. Once again, congratulations to the winners. It's always one of the greatest Saturdays when you can give away a couple $1,000s between friends. Appreciate you guys making this great content. And hopefully each of you in the chat are inspired to join us for our next couple of game jams, which have already been preview announced for you. Thanks to Seb. We'll see you guys on Monday with Panda Pops, and Panda Pops will be rolling solo because I'm going to take a vacation. I'm going to take a week off. This is my anniversary month just now, so super happy about that. And I will see you all again. Alex is going to roll solo on Wednesday. Dun, dun, dun. And Saturday.
Surprise!
Dun, dun, dun.
Not really a surprise. I knew that already.
Yeah. But we'll see you guys. I'll see you in a week. Alex, we'll see you soon. Panda, we'll see you even sooner. Appreciate you all. It's going to be a good time. See you later.
Link for Touche's speedrun is in the chat. Check that out.
Check it out. Click the link.
Check.